When you're in front of a customer, do I have your attention? When you're getting attention, you need to know something else is trying to get their attention too. You're in competition with everything, and you don't need to make attention. You need to get attention. They're tied together. Attention is money. Get it? Keep it, multiply it. That means when I'm in a meeting, I need to get your attention. I need to get it. I need to be sure I have it. I need to keep it. And then I need to multiply that attention. Because if you don't keep my full attention, you ain't gonna get none of my money.
If you want Cardone Kern to grow your brand for you, to get your market's attention, keep your market's attention, and cause them to know you, like you, trust you, and want what it is that you have to sell, go to CardoneKern.com.
Okay, camera's on. Y'all be cool. Everybody act normal. We're definitely professional over here. Which one of these do I look at, or does it matter? That one. Okay. Got to make eye contact with the right camera. What's happening, y'all? This is your main man, Dr. Frank Kern, attorney at law, chief engineer at NASA, retired, current Guinness Book of World Records record holder for the most fake titles ever used in the introduction of any type of online marketing show. Probably need to come up with some more fake titles in case someone tries to break my record. All right, if you have marketing challenges, here's what I got for you today, is free marketing makeovers. And the right way to say that, by the way, there's a proper inflection you need to use. I've been informed when you're offering free marketing makeovers is like this. Today, we're offering free marketing makeovers. Okay, so if you want some, call 305-865-8668, and you may or may not qualify for a free psychic reading as well. All right, so that's what we got going on today. Now, the title of today's show is, I think, Watch This If You Want to Sell More Stuff, which, of course, if you're listening to this in the car, is not going to make a lot of sense, right? But that's what today's show is all about, what to say on the intranet to sell most stuff. All right, so I'm going to give you 6 rules, okay? Rule numero uno is going to be, don't be boring. So here's the deal, all right? Here's what happens to us human, how the hell did that happen? That's supposed to be a line. There we go. Here's what happens to us people, okay? When we're online creating an ad or whatever, we're either going to be typing or we're going to be talking. You know, we're going to be writing stuff or we're going to be on camera. Now, whenever we do either one of those things, for whatever reason, our logical brain shuts off completely and it says, holy crap, dude, you're either writing or talking. You need to act completely like somebody else right now. So a lot of times when we go to write, we like revert back to 10th grade English class and we write stuff that sounds academic and like term papers. Or when we go to talk, we try to talk all fancy and act like a professor or something. And the net effect of that is we boring as hell. Okay, so the rule, actually I'll tell you a little story. This just happened yesterday, by the way. Got this client, dude's name is Jack, awesome. All right, just like the kind of guy that you would want to immediately drink beer with. Granted, I would immediately drink beer with like a statue, but whatever, okay? He's like, you meet the dude and talk to the guy, you're like, this dude is freaking awesome. So he's like, hey man, he's in the staffing business. He's like, hey dude, I'm gonna start running these video ads and stuff. I wrote a script. I want you to take a look at the script. Tell me what you think. I'm like, cool, it's gonna be a great script. I get homie's script, all right? Sounds nothing like my man Jack. It sounds like this dude is like the freaking PhD of logistical transport for, I don't know, Rice University. Is that a real university? It is now. All right, like absolutely just completely academic and boring as hell. So I said, dude, talk normal. And I guess that's probably the best way to not be boring is as like a subheading under that first rule is talk normal, right? Don't try to be all uppity. Do we have someone who wants either a free psychic reading or a free marketing makeover? Okay, which is it?
Makeover.
No psychic reading takers, okay?
You've got Chris and Philly.
Chris, I'm sensing you are connected to the internet. That's what's coming through. I'm getting that you have a device that has a screen and you're somehow connected to other people through this device, but you don't necessarily see them all. Am I getting kind of warmer with that? This is the psychic reading, right? Did we lose Chris? That was so mind-blowing. We might
Oh,
have
no,
lost-
I didn't know I was being addressed. Yeah, I am on a internet connect. Guess what? I'm on two of them. One I'm watching
Psychic.
you, and one I'm calling you with.
Psychic reading right there. Psychic reading number 1, smashing success. Okay, so now it's time for the marketing makeover. What you got, man? What you selling?
Hey, great stuff. Great value you guys are contributing. I love the stuff. So here's where I'm coming from. So I've got, man, it took me a while to get to this point. So I've got a sales letter that I am about, I'll say 80% done. The VSL for the upsell, about the same, maybe 70% done. So they're close. The thing is, I've never went on to, let's just say Facebook, for the purpose of targeting an audience. I've never actually started doing that stuff, like looking at the audience size. I know so I'm targeting, generally speaking, it's a BTC, so I'm looking at IT professionals. My go-to platforms were like, this is just an idea. I haven't done it yet. Sorry, I'm all over the place, but I haven't executed anything yet on the ad side. But it's LinkedIn and Facebook / Instagram were my thoughts. But is it wrong to like put the sales letter together without having looked at the audiences yet? Because I don't feel like getting into like the techie stuff. I come from a tech background. I did 10 years in IT as an engineer. But like the Facebook tech side, I don't feel like getting into like the audience sizes and all that. So is it okay if I get my sales letter done and the VSL and then like I hire you guys or something? I know it sounds kind of like a weird question, like saying, hey, it's not about hiring you. It's about, is it wrong to do the sales letter and the copy first before looking into audiences? That's my question.
No, as long as you know who you're actually wanting to attract. So I want to simplify this whole thing. What do you sell?
So it's going to be information to IT professionals who are looking to advance their career.
Okay, so here's what's never happening ever. The IT professionals are not waking up in the middle of the night going, if only, Martha, I think I know what we need. Honey, we need some information on how to advance our career, right? So we got to make that a little bit cooler. Classic framework.
Oh, yeah, I was giving you the general.
Yeah, got it. All right, but so I can tell, like, because you're a tech guy, you've got like big brain, and you got to have small, like dumbed down brain. So a lot of times,
no, yes, 100%, and that's exactly why I'm doing this, because I came from that background, and I'm like, wow, they are missing so much, and so I've been doing marketing for a year. So like the headline I'm going with is actually, let me pull that up for you on my.
While you're doing it, what is their biggest problem?
So the biggest problem is I see a lot of people either don't know how to break into the industry.
What's that mean?
And they don't know how to get their first IT job without an IT background or like an IT degree or a certificate. So I address that.
Okay. And
because
what's the promise?
Need either of them.
So that's the big hook there?
That's part of it. So the hook is actually how I built a network of, quote, backdoors, and also a IT term, end quote, that quietly advanced my IT career 3 times in 4 short years and leverage it to get to the top.
Do you have an IT degree?
Oh, yeah. I have a bachelor's, a master's, and a Cisco networking certification.
Can you help them get a job without the degree?
Absolutely.
Cool. Okay. So all they're thinking about is, man, I want this damn job, but I ain't got all these fancy certifications. That's what they're waking up in the middle of the night thinking about. So what you need to do is we've identified the problem, and now is the promise, and I'm not trying to put words in your mouth here, so like I'm genuinely asking you, is your promise to them, hey, dude, I can help you get a job even if you don't have these credentials?
That's one of the promises. Maybe the headline's not clear, but that is definitely one of the promises, because it's not just for people who are struggling to break in. It's also people who are in and are struggling to move up. Because that's also what I did successfully, quickly too.
What's the better part of the market for you? The ones who want the job or the ones who have the job and want to move up?
I would say the ones who want to move up. But I have because I'll already know they want to be in IT. Maybe I don't know. That's a good targeting test. I guess I don't know.
Well, you can use this. You can use this framework regardless. So here's your entire pitch, right? And of course, it needs to be fluffed out with more content and everything. But like advanced career and all that kind of stuff, that's professorial. My man's waking up going, damn, I wish I could get a job. I really know how to do this stuff. I just didn't go spend $8,000 on the certification or whatever. This blows. If only I could get my foot in the door. So we say, if you, and then insert problem, actually, if you are, insert characteristic, right? So if you are good at IT stuff, now you might want to reword that, right? So how would we reword good at IT stuff?
If you think you can hold a help desk position, I don't know, like that speaks to them, and that's a very low level but highly, it's a great entry point because you could take your career anywhere from there.
So could we call it like computer networking or something?
Yeah, that's a good point. That's another good way to put it.
Okay.
That's another angle.
It describes the job a little better. All right, I'm going to abbreviate on my screen here. So if you are good at computer networking, now we have the and you.
Support, yeah.
Okay. And you want an IT job. All right, so now we've called out to who they are, and now we just need to address this problem. So we can now say in the marketing, and I just totally erased everything I wrote. Sorry, y'all watching. There we go. And you want an IT job, but you don't have...
Struggling to break through. Okay.
Experience and credentials, I can help.
So we're focused, I just want to make sure I'm where you're at. We're talking about a Facebook ad right here, right? This is not the sales letter, right?
I'm just both.
Or that could be the lead.
This is your overarching message. It's not career advancement and all that kind of stuff. We got to talk normal. Like short, punchy, easy sentences to these people, whether it's on video, webinar, from the stage, or in a sales letter. So now we're talking directly to this guy. Hey, if you're good at computer networking support or whatever, right, and you want an IT job, but you've been having a hard time breaking into the industry because you don't have what you think are the necessary credentials, read this. That's going to point to the sales letter. All right? If you had this on a sales letter, instead of saying read this, you could end with I can help. And then you begin, dear friend, so many people are qualified to work in the exciting field of IT, but they think they can't get a job because they think they have to have all of these fancy credentials. I'm here to tell you it's not true.
Dude, this is awesome.
Yeah, and so it's like, great. But notice how we're just talking to them, right? So you can say video, print, whatever. Number one thing that kills people, and I'm going to give you the listen, we're going to kick this guy off sign now, but not like in a dickish way, but like politely, all right? So the number one thing that kills people when you're trying to sell stuff online, either print or from the stage or whatever, is we try to get all fancy. Because we think, for whatever reason, our mind's like, there are a lot of people watching, they're all grammar teachers or professional critics or something, and we gotta talk all fancy and stuff, and it just makes everything go straight down the toilet, right? So it makes it not work. Now, by the way, rule number next, and I was kind of expanding on it a minute ago, was talk super normal. All right, and here's what I mean. Notice I said it makes everything go straight down the toilet. That is a very colloquial, which I wouldn't necessarily say in advertising, a normal and conversational thing to say. Our brain, when you're writing or when you're on camera or whatever, would want to like church that up and try to say it makes everything significantly more inefficient and diminishes results, and the overall impact of the campaign can suffer as a result of the net effect of overindulgence in your verbiage in your advertising communications, right? Instead of saying everything goes straight down the toilet when you try to talk all fancy. So a great way to cure this problem is to, this is a fun prescription by the way, is to read a lot of what we call in professional advertising circles, read a whole lot of trash. And by trash, I mean trash fiction. All right? So this is a little trick. It'll help you learn how to talk and help you learn how to write in a way that gets people to take action. Here's the logic. Trash fiction, meaning like pulp, paperback books that are like very, very bestsellers, mass appeal, those are the books that are bought by the greatest amount of people. So logic dictates, hey, wait a minute. If the most people on the planet are buying this type of stuff, it might make sense to adopt the writing style of the people who are writing this kind of stuff. Now, I'm not telling you that all of your ads and marketing pieces need to have sex scenes and car chases in them, although surely what could possibly go wrong, right? But I am telling you, you gotta write in the same way those dudes write. Great person to study, by the way, is an author called James Patterson. Y'all probably heard of him. James Patterson's probably the best-selling living fiction author right now. That would be my guess. Guess what his job was before he became one of them authors, by the way? Anyone want to guess? Drum roll. Could it be an ad man? He was an ad man, ladies and gentlemen. He worked for an advertising agency. He was like, I know how to talk so people will take to listening good. I'm going to write these books and stuff. His average chapter is 3 pages. His average paragraph is like 3 or 4 sentences. Average sentence length is maybe 5 or 6 words. Average words, small. Okay, so really keep it simple. Okay, so we have anyone else who wants?
Yes, we do.
Uh-oh, now, or what are they for? We've got psychic readings today, and we've got, say it with me at home, kids, marketing makeovers. Which one do they want? That's the right way to say it, but that's the cool way to do it, right? That's like, yeah, it's a badass way to say it. Okay. What's up, Lee Waters from Los Angeles?
Hey man, how you doing?
Super good. What's happening?
Good.
What you
Hey,
selling?
How would you alter the intent-based branding program or anything for, say, a political campaign for a local campaign?
Exactly what I said. Okay, what is the big thing? Well, first of all, who are you talking to in the campaign?
Basically the whole town. It's for a city council position, so it would be the whole town.
Okay. All right, what do they want?
Well, the thing that we can figure is they want things the way the town has been running. They want it to stay, the way it's been running. So that's the idea. They don't want, they don't want it to change that much. As much as one party wants to make it change, the other party doesn't. So it's speaking of, but it's not party, it's nonpartisan thing. So it's just really talking to the people. And my concept is to actually talk to the people about the way things are good within the town. What's everything going on that's great, and continue to focus on that message and comply to the people that this is where my thoughts are.
Well, we're going to use the same formula. Instead of if you want, though, now it's if you don't want, right? So the same formula. If you live in city, Los Angeles, we'll say, and you don't want a bunch of weird changes that'll mess stuff up, watch this, or read this, or listen to this, and then you begin. Hey, if you live in Los Angeles and you've been paying any attention, these other dudes are trying to make all these weird changes. But you're probably like most people in LA. You like stuff just the way it is. It's pretty good. We got a good thing going. Can you believe one of the things these guys want to do is make you get a chip implanted in the top of your forehead so that whenever you go through a stoplight, they'll be able to give you a ticket? Nobody wants that kind of surgery. That's ridiculous. Like whatever it is, I'm making stuff up, right? But colloquially,
right.
And the person who proved this, by the way, that political campaigns are absolutely no different in diction and tonality and professionalism, etc., is good old DT, right? Love him or hate him, he did something great for the world of marketing, which is to illustrate you ain't got to be fancy to win an election, right? So the more you can be relatable to these guys and describe what it is they want and tell them the benefits of whatever it is you're offering, you're going to be cool. So that's exactly how I would alter that. And I would tell them what to do constantly. So for the folks at home that are wondering, hey, what's this intent-based branding strategy he's talking about? That's a fancy way of saying show people a lot of content that makes offers, and then if they watch that content, show them more offers, but doesn't have as much content. right? So that's exactly how I'd alter it. Not a lot of overthinking in there, and then we can move on, but in the politest way possible. I got to learn how to say, like, give you the signal. Oh, you do it anyway, don't you? You've already done it every time. I don't have to say it and look like a peckerhead. Okay, so the thing that happens with all this stuff is people start overthinking it because they think, oh man, well, I'm talking to these type of people. I'm talking to this kind of people. I'm talking to this kind of people, so I got to change. I'll tell you what never ever changes is human nature. People want what they want. They want it because they want it, and they don't want what they don't want because they think it sucks. And if you can say, hey, you're this and you want that, and I can help, here's why, insert logical presentation of facts and emotion, you're going to do pretty good. All right, so that was a fun little easy marketing makeover. And so here's the next one. I'm telling you guys, that's the way to say it. I don't make fun of my accent. That is the proper, I looked it up on the internet. I Googled it. How do you pronounce, I've YouTubed it, right? And that's what it said. Okay, so rule number next, I think we're on numero treso, is, that's proper Spanish. Yeah, isn't that right? Treso con queso. Yeah, that's what they want to change my name to that. All right. People, not crowds, okay? So when you're writing, and by the way, when I'm saying writing, you could be doing this on camera or whatever, but for the sake of ease of conversation, I'm always going to refer to this as writing. We want to make your whole pitch to a single individual, not an audience. That's another thing that like really trips us up. We say, okay, I'm going to make this ad, or I'm going to make this video or whatever, and it's going to be seen by all these people, so I'm going to write to a big group. Big groups are made up of individuals. Groups don't give you money. People who comprise those groups give you money, so you need to write to an individual. And the best way to do this is to really try to imagine who that person is, that very perfect prospect, and write to them as a human being. If anyone's on my email list, for example, you'll notice that my emails are very, very conversational. I literally write them just as short and brief and sometimes silly and dumb, just like I would be writing to one of my friends, but less the profanities and morbidly inappropriate references that people share with their friends, right? So, for example, I sent one out today, and the very first sentence was, well, I'll be damned, because I was talking about a new discovery I'd found out. That's exactly what you would say to your friend. It's not necessarily what someone would think you would say to an audience, but that's how you talk to an individual, all right? Rule number next, as we move on down the lines of these rules here, is number 40. That's definitely proper Spanish, right? It's not really. I took Spanish in 10th grade, got a C, okay, from Mrs. Patterson. She was awesome. Never mind. Anyway, yeah, is actually help people. The more you can actually help people in your advertising and promotion, the more they're going to want to buy from you. All right, so you guys have heard me talk about this before. Everybody we're selling to is at a point where they ain't got the results they want. They want to get to a point where they got the results. If you can help them get closer to that point where they got the results they want prior to them having to give you money, the closer you help them get to this point right here, this magical point, the more they're going to want to give you the money and the less hard selling you're going to have to do. I'll give you a little homework to Google. All right, if you feel like seeing some brilliant examples of this. Go to your Google machine, that's what my grandmother used to call it. Go to your Google machine on your internet. She thought the internet was mine entirely. It wasn't, I didn't have the heart to tell her. And look up David Ogilvy house ads. You'll find some ads, one of them is called How to Create Advertisements That Sell. I think, good Lord, embarrassingly forgot the headline of that ad. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of them. There's like 6 of them in this collection, house ads. They're all 100% instructional. Rumor has it, must be true, it says so right there on the internet, that these ads, of which there were like 6 or 7, contributed to over $1 billion in ad sales. All of them, nothing but how to. Nothing but helping the person. So it was like, you know, here's how to create here's how to create advertising that sells. You know, what was it? Here at Ogilvy and Mather, we've spent something like $60 billion on advertising here with brevity in mind or something, or 12 things that we have learned along the way. They list all this helpful stuff, and then at the end, what you've discovered here is only the tip of the iceberg of what it takes to create advertising that sells. If you want more, please write on your company letterhead to this dude and we'll send you a booklet or whatever. Sold $1 gazillion worth of stuff. Helpful, right? No flashy freaking giant claims of being cool. No Lamborghinis needed, right? No shirts with skulls on them or anything. None of that stuff. Just good old fashioned demonstrate you can help people by actually helping them. I call it the oldest trick in the book. Works pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, numero nexto. Okay. I don't know why you guys keep laughing at my unbelievably good multilingual skills. All right. I never trust anyone that tries to teach me anything in a foreign language because I've been burned so many times by walking up to people thinking I'm saying hello and saying hi. I recently had sex with 17 different goats and I'm looking for an 18th. Could you possibly help me? But that's not what I thought I was saying. Of course, I thought I was saying oh, what nice weather we have today or whatever. I'm talking to you, Mrs. Kern. My wife's Ukrainian, and I won't even get into it, but don't trust her if she ever offers to teach you Ukrainian. That's all I'm saying. Okay, we'll end on this one. Number next. Everything is ultimately about the offer. Okay, the thing you're actually selling them. And your job is to make this offer irresistible, all right? So imagine this, all right? We can say, hey, you're looking for a new G-Wagon, just so happens I've got one, there it is. That's offer A, not necessarily irresistible. By the way, I am looking for a new G-Wagon. Someone was nice enough last night to get all liquored up, run into a car, and then have the tire fly off of their car, swear to God. Like, I can see this happening in slow motion. Tire flies off drunk guy's car, smashes into my G-Wagon. Thank you very much. Had the car for like 60 days, but hey, I kind of like them a little roughed up, so it's fine. Okay, so anyway, now I'm looking for another one because I don't like to drive them after they've been hit. So offer number one, hey, you want a G-Wagon? Here it is. How do you like them apples? Okay, offer number two, to make it more irresistible is, hey, you're looking for a G-Wagon? You're kind of a weird guy. I know you don't want to go to a car lot and have to deal with any strangers. How about this? We fax you all the paperwork or email it over. You sign some stuff. We'll bring it to your house. Pretty good, okay? That's level 2 of irresistibility. And level 3 of irresistibility would be, hey, you're looking for a new G-Wagon? What? Your other car comes off lease on Wednesday? What? You don't want to have to go to the other dealership and turn it in because you don't want to have to deal with strangers? That's cool. We'll email you all the paperwork. We'll deliver your G-Wagon to you. We'll pick up your car, drop it off at the other dealership. Now we're getting pretty freaking irresistible. But how could we make it even better, you say? We could throw in stuff like premiums. Oh, you want yourself one of them fancy G-Wagons? Here's what we'll do for you, Dr. Kern. Not a real doctor, don't tell him, okay? They'd say, well, we know you're a weirdo, don't want to meet with anybody. We'll email you all the stuff. We'll bring the car to you, deliver it. We'll pick up your other car. We'll take it over to the other car dealership, and we'll throw in some nice luggage. For whatever reason, they always give you luggage. Take it, it's pretty good, okay? So simple, make the damn offer irresistible by adding premiums, doing a little bit extra, never forget how important convenience is, and also adding scarcity, such as, hey, we can only do this for 5 people, or we only have so many of these things in stock, or whatever, assuming it's true, right? And also, if you want to, give a little discount or something. All that stuff works pretty good. So, in summary, heretofore, as we have stated forthwith, on this very day of 30th July, year 2019, see, that's how you don't want to talk. Real way to do it is, hey, keep it super simple, talk normal, don't try to get fancy, talk like you're talking to one of your friends, focus on the offer and make it irresistible. If you follow those rules, you'll probably sell a whole lot, mo stuff. Selling mo stuff equals what? Mo what? Mo money. Does mo money equal mo problems? No. Hell no. It equals less problems. Bigger was wrong. If you want us to handle your ads for you, go to CardoneKern.com. You'll see a beautifully written letter there. Probably one of the best designed websites in the world. Built it myself. Looks terrible. Still works though, okay? It goes over 7 ways that we can help you get customers from the internet. If you like what you see, fill in the little form there. We'll set up a call. We'll help you. Till then, I'll see you on the next show. Y'all take it easy.
When you're in front of a customer, do I have your attention? When you're getting attention, you need to know something else is trying to get their attention too. You're in competition with everything, and you don't need to make attention. You need to get attention. They're tied together. Attention is money. Get it? Keep it, multiply it. That means when I'm in a meeting, I need to get your attention. I need to get it. I need to be sure I have it. I need to keep it. And then I need to multiply that attention. Because if you don't keep my full attention, you ain't gonna get none of my money.
If you want Cardone Kern to grow your brand for you, to get your market's attention, keep your market's attention, and cause them to know you, like you, trust you, and want what it is that you have to sell, go to CardoneKern.com.
When you're in front of a customer, do I have your attention? When you're